We know that in the realms of the spirit, blood is currency. We see this in the book of Romans chapter 6 verse 23. For the wages of sin is death. Where there is a sin committed, there must be a death. And we know that where there is death, blood is spilled. So we recognize blood as a currency in the realms of the spirit. The Bible portrays this in two ways. One, covenant, and two, sacrifice. When we study the covenant, we're reminded of the Passover. This is in the book of Exodus chapter 12, where the Lord God tells the people of Israel to smear the blood of a lamb onto their doorpost, so that when the angel of death passes through the city, it does not take their first son. So that was a covenant. As long as you have this mark, I will pass you by. We're also reminded of the Mosaic covenant with Moses on Mount Sinai, where Moses sprinkles blood on the altar and also on the people. So we see blood being used in this situation as a covenant. Now when we study sacrifice, we know that in the Old Testament, people would use the blood of animals to cleanse themselves of their sins in order to atone. So people would often offer burnt offerings to God or the deities that they worshipped. People would kill a calf, slaughter a lamb, or slaughter a chicken, depending on the penance that they had to pay. So we see this in the Old Testament, but we also see this throughout the Bible up until this date. We see this happening in witchcraft and in occultic practices. This is why oftentimes when you visit a fetish priest, he will tell you bring 2 goats or bring 5 chickens. When you bring the animal, it is slaughtered and the blood is used in the ritual or the sacrifice in order to contact or conjure a spirit or the deity. All these are examples of how blood was used transactionally, because when we look at the sacrifices, the blood is being used to pay the debt of the sin that needs to be atoned, or the blood is being used to appease the gods in order to gain favor. So we've established that blood was often used in the Bible transactionally. For the wages of sin is death. For the wages, money, transaction, which means that where there is a sin, there must be a death to make up for it. There are laws and principles that govern the universe, and this is one of them. Hebrews chapter 9 verse 22. And almost all things are by law purged with blood, and without shedding of blood there is no remission. It says by law. It is a principle law. Welcome to the house of Makários, where the fragrance of heaven lingers on those who are humble enough to seek him. Until next time.